Oh my god, this is so much different though, eh?
Light as fuck.
And this is a, yeah, I know I can feel that compared to mine. A 2015, right? It's crazy that it's not that much smaller than mine. You know what I mean? Like, mine's not a big bike. The engine is, but I mean, like...
Yeah, no,
2015 Ninja 300. It is so much different than my Aprilia RSV4 RF. I was thinking clear. I'm not used to shifting that far down or that soon. I mean, my first gear does 160, you know what I mean? That's crazy. This is the first time I've ever been on a Ninja 300. Ever. I mean, he's probably gonna be like, well, where the fuck's this guy with my bike? So I just kind of wanted to do like a little thing. I mean, this is a comparison. This is actually really light and nimble. I mean, I can truly see why people love these 300s. I mean, obviously, I think he needs to adjust his clutch. I think he needs to adjust his clutch. His clutch cable a little bit, but. It's just weird. I'm not used to having a, like, I mean, come on guys, it's I normally rode a leader bike and a fucking CBR 600RR, but this is really different. I mean, I like it. I mean, I do. It's pretty, it's really light. The handlebars are really different. I'm used to sitting so aggressive. You know what I mean? What's up? Go. Yeah, it's pretty crazy though. I like it. This is a nice little bike. It's got some definitely got some pep in her. And I do like you kind of sit a lot more you know, upright. The seat's really soft. The seat on my RSV4 is, you know, not the, I mean, it's better than my CBR, that's for damn sure, but it's not very cushiony by any means. But yeah, you gotta really rev this out to get it going. I think with him, he's mostly just gotta adjust his clutch cable. That's all I think it is. I feel very different on this bike. You know what I mean? It feels very small. I do like it. I definitely see this being like a perfect starter bike. Because you can't get in a whole lot of trouble. You can rev the shit right out of them. If you want to, you can fucking put a whole lot of aftermarket shit on them and get them to boogie up a little bit better. So, I don't know. It's not too fucking shabby. What's up, man? I like it. So this is my little first ride on one. So Ow! It was weird, I wasn't used to shifting before your top speed.
My top speed?
No, it's really light, right?
Yeah. It's a light 500-pound bike.
Yeah.
No, it's probably...
So much different, like just the sitting position. Mine's like so aggressive, it's like...
Yeah, it's a more like a...
Yeah.
I'm more... Oh, like her?
Yeah?
Not bad for a 300.
No.
My sister's CBR, I hated it. They'll trade you for a CBR.
What's up, guys? So obviously you've finished watching the little clip of me riding my buddy's 2015 Kawasaki Ninja 300. I just kind of wanted to do a follow-up of what I really actually thought of the bike. I think the 300s are great bikes. I can definitely see why a lot of people like the 300s, even if they're not new riders. And I do see why they make amazing, I mean firsthand, amazing starter bikes. They are extremely hard for you to get into a lot of trouble, but they give you the experience of changing through all the gears a lot. So when you do go to a bigger bike, you do have more experience with riding. They're really light, so the likelihood of dumping one is definitely a lot less likely than something like this that probably weighs like 150 pounds more than what the 300 does. I thought it was pretty good. The one thing that I really didn't like, and I know this is the bike and not my friend's bike, because I thought it was just the clutch cable, but my friend said he actually needs to replace his clutch, period. I guess his first gear was slipping quite a bit, and you could obviously hear that when I was going. That, and I'm used to riding one like this and not a smaller bike anymore. But the brakes, I know he has new brake pads, he has a new back tire and everything on it, so that wasn't a problem. But the brakes, I find the brakes, he said, they were really touchy, because he told me, he's like, oh, be careful because they bite hard, they bite a little hard or whatever. But I don't think he's used to like Brembos, you know what I mean? Because the Brembos bite a lot more harder. I'm definitely used to like, way higher grade of braking systems. I think that if you do get like a Ninja 300 or something, upgrade the master cylinder immediately. That's my opinion on it. I know a lot of new riders aren't going to be, going fast and stuff like that, but if you do plan on having the bike for a couple years, or if you've had it for a year and you're like, oh, I'm looking for something different, the brakes aren't that good, just get, I think it should come stock with them, but I know that elevates the price, and the point of the 300s is to keep the price point down. But change out the master cylinder and put stainless steel brake lines on them, and the brakes will feel 10 times better. I find them to be a little softer than what I'm used to, but I'm also used to the Brembos now, and not what I used to have on my CBR 600RR. So obviously going from one to the other, like I feel a massive difference, because he was telling me, oh, the brakes bite hard, but I found them to be kind of the brakes to be kind of weak. That's my opinion on it, but it's really a great bike. It just feels extremely different in the stance I'm used to, whereas this one here is a lot more aggressive stance. The clip-ons are down farther, the seat height's higher, so it kicks you a little bit more forward over a 300. So I find the Ninja 300 to be a good neutral position. I think it's a good bike to learn on. I honestly give it like, fucking 2 or 3 thumbs up for a fucking starter bike. I definitely say stay away from the CBR 300. It's a piece of shit. go with the R3 or the Ninja 300. I haven't been on an R3 myself. The Ninja 300 is pretty solid. I found them to be similar in size. As you can see in the video at the beginning, they look similar, even though the seat height's bigger. When I was on it, the seat was comfortable, surprisingly comfortable. Everything it seemed relatively ergonomically correct. It didn't feel aggressive. I do wish it was a little bit more sportier, but it is an entry-level sport bike, so, you know, you gotta take that with a grain of salt. So that's just kind of my opinions on it. I definitely think it's a super light bike. They're crazy light. It's really surprising, and it's just, I think it's a lot of fun switching through all the gears that quick. I mean, I know it's not as, you know, some people, especially once you get onto like major highways and stuff, sometimes people want a little bit more power, like passing power and stuff like that if you're riding with groups of people. Like my buddy does want to get a bigger bike, but I don't think it's so much as there's something wrong with the bike, as a more or less that he goes riding with us, and sometimes, you know, when we take off at higher speeds, he's got to really feed it. It's not that his bike can do it in the twisties and stuff like that, it's just he has to give him more. But if we were all in the same playing field or whatever, you know, he'd probably be able to keep up with us or whatever. I don't know, but I think they're great fucking bikes. So if you're in the market for a Ninja or something like that, if you're in for a new bike, I would go with the Ninja 400. Definitely. I haven't got to ride it yet, but I've heard lots of fucking great things. The Ninja 300 is fucking solid. You can pick one up used, probably for a couple $1,000. Not, you know, a couple $1,000 Canadian and stuff. They're really not expensive, cheap on insurance, light. You don't need to buy one brand new. You know, sometimes, like my buddy, he actually bought that brand new off the lot, and I'm pretty sure he dropped it like within 10 minutes of buying that bike. So you don't want to buy a brand new bike. Pick one up used, like in 2015, 2014 or something. So anyways, that's all I got to say. I really liked the Ninja. I had a lot of fun riding it. It was a blast. It was something different. I would definitely ride it again. Definitely apples to oranges when you start comparing bikes and stuff like that, but there's a massive price point. You can't even fucking compare the two. It was just so weird hopping off this and then going from the Ninja onto this again. Oh my fucking god. The throttle, there's so much more throttle with this one. It felt really fucking weird riding off after. Just because of the throttle, because it's like, you know, you're used to revving it out, and if you do that on this bike, obviously you're probably fucking dead. You just fucking twist it like that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. 2 thumbs up. I say yes to the fucking Kawasaki Ninja 300 for a starter bike. Or if you're an experienced rider, and you could always, you know, change the sprockets, change the exhaust, make it lighter, put clip-ons on it rather than having the higher bars. So that's my thought. They're great looking bikes. They're not small, so if you're a bigger guy and you're worried about a 300 being too small, it's not. If the Ninja 300 is too small, even this would probably be too small for you. So anyways, that's all I gotta say, guys. You guys take care, and I definitely got another video coming out. My buddy was kind enough to let me ride his DRZ 400 Supermoto, so that's spot on. So you guys have a good one. Peace. I gotta clean this bitch.